Hi there, welcome to my channel Aqualuna 73. I hope you can see me. Sorry about that. It's a chi. Just hold on a second. I'll just see quickly if I can put on these small lights here. I don't know if it's going to work. Just hold on a second. I'm going to pause quickly. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be adequate. It looks worse, to be honest, but I'm going to I'm going to leave it because it's night. And I don't know if the electricity is going to go off because the wind is blowing so very severely outside. So this is a midnight reading. I said that I was going to change the scope of my readings. I hope the device doesn't switch off at any time soon. Okay. So you can see, I don't know if you can hear the wind blowing outside. Okay, it's one of those days where the wind, it just gets very aggravating sometimes. But anyway, the top red piece of paper says alignment. The one, the first one says body, middle one mind, and the last one says spirit. Okay, it's body, mind, and spirit. So these readings are basically going to be like self-awareness readings. It's going to be something that's going to be, or maybe just show the collective, or whoever stumbles upon the reading, maybe there's some type of thing that you're struggling with, okay? And what the aim of this reading is just to pinpoint basically what specific thing it is that you're struggling with, okay? Because to bring alignment, as the red paper says, you have to combine these three, okay? So this is the reason why I do tarot reading, is to help people, bring them to alignment, so that the alignment that we have to have is, first of all, okay, let me put it this way. I don't know how I can explain it to you in a nutshell, okay? In the esoteric world, or in quantum physics, or in sacred geometry, we know that the triangle is very sacred, okay? And in the Hebrew religion, the triangle, if you take several triangles, it makes up the star, or the Merkaba or Merkaba star. I don't know how do you pronounce that. Okay, so it's almost like the Bethlehem star. Okay. Okay, I speak under correction. Okay, and then in the Greeks, they believe that okay, I wrote it down here. I'm just going to read it here. The Greeks believe that if you combined, or look at the Holy Trinity for that matter, in Christianity it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In the esoteric world, or in this specific deck here, there's this card that shows the mother, the child, the Father, the Son, and the child. Okay, so in order for us to bring alignment to ourselves, we first have to start with ourselves before we can go invest in something else. I hope you understand where I'm going with this. So the alignment first has to start within, with self, before we can align anything else outside of our world. Okay, so in the esoteric world, the Greeks believed it's a symbolic doorway, okay, of combining polarities. In other words, we know that we live in the yin and the yang. Okay, these are the two polarities that we have here on this plane, or this 3D world that we live in. So in order for us to maybe create a equal equilibrium, or like a temperance vibe, if I can put it that way, of balance, okay, is when we learn how to balance these polarities inside of ourselves, okay. So these polarities that we have is our thoughts and our emotions. And if we create a balance in, if it starts in our head, which is our thoughts, it will automatically balance our emotions, and in that case it will also create better actions, okay. Okay, there's also a trinity in that, okay? Thoughts, emotions, actions. Okay, you can look at it from that perspective as well. So I think you understand where I'm going with this readings, okay? So like I said, it's like a symbolic doorway that we all have to go through. It makes it like the magician card, okay? So it's going to be a 3-card spread. I'm going to try and make it very short. I don't want to make these readings very long. Okay, so let's, universe, what messages and lessons do you have for the collective for this reading, please? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a lot of cards that fell out. A collective reading. Too many cards just flipped out. Okay. Okay, I think the reason why, sometimes I read too much into things, but I think the people that are here, that want to be here with me on this channel, are people that want to improve on themselves. Okay, I think this is why that whole bunch of cards just flipped out. Anyway, okay, so on the body side, you have the Page of Swords. On the mind side, you have the 6 of Coins. On the spirit side, you have the 5 of Wands. Okay, we're going to clarify these as well. So body, Page of Swords. The page is a messenger. The page is always represented by a message, okay, that the universe wants to give you, or that somebody brings you. It's usually represented by an individual, okay. I think today with this Page of Swords, it's like it's almost like with the Page of Swords, it's like the universe wants you to take action on something. Okay, the universe wants you to take action on something. This thing that you have to take action on, it represents your body, which is your, it comes across as your material state. Your body is also your material state or your physical state, okay? Your body is also your material state or your physical state. So the universe wants you to be taking action on something and you're not. Somebody needs to take action on something and they're not taking action on this. Way of faith. Okay. This is the clarifier for this. The reason why you're not taking action on this is your lack of faith on something. You have lack of faith on something. Like I said, your body also represents your material state, your physical state, the state that you're currently in. Okay? And there's something that you need to take action on, and you're refusing to take action on this. You will see her, this woman, she has a sword. The sword is weighing her down. Okay? The sword is weighing her down, and she's trying to reach for the star. So it's your thoughts. You're in your head, and it's weighing you down, and you cannot take action on something because there's some type of obstacle, but it's a mental thing. Okay, this is self-alignment readings. And this also makes me think that whatever this is it could be that there is something that this individual doesn't want to take accountability for. It may be that this individual, some of you, okay, not all of you, are refusing to take accountability for something. In other cases, in other words, this person is not honest and truthful with himself about something. In other cases, it might be this person has a lack of faith in themselves and their own abilities, okay? And this is holding them back and keeping them in a state of limbo where they may not, okay, they just continuously stay in this Page of Swords energy. Okay, it's like they have lack of faith. It's like an immature energy. Okay, the next is the mind, 6 of Coins, okay? The 6 of Coins. Okay, so you're causing here, this is self-injury here. Stuck in your mind about something. I don't know, I just get the feeling that I see this as the injury card, okay? This is the injury card. This usually is someone that's very generous. But here is some type of imbalance here because one part is in the original tarot deck. This is represented by a man. He gives to one beggar but not the other. Okay. And there is some type of imbalance here. Something one-sided. It could be that you give to self of your mind is also your emotional state, okay? Your mind is your emotional state. It could be that I don't know. I'm going to tell you it like it is. It's also represented by coins, which is pentacles. And it could be that this individual that I'm talking to could be selfish, okay? In one regard, some of you. I'm not saying this is the case for everyone. Or it could be that this person is too over giving. In other words, they give too much of themselves. And in the process of them giving too much of themselves, they cause injury to themselves. Because they are a very generous person, okay? They're very giving. But they maybe also neglect a certain part of themselves. In other words, their own emotional well-being they neglect. I think this is what's the case. You neglect your own emotional well-being because coins are what you value. Your health, your mental health, your physical health is also very important, okay? So this could just mean to me that this type of imbalance, there's an imbalance in your mind or in your emotional state regarding either in one case you're too selfish with your energy, and in some cases this person could be too generous with the energy, and it's depleting in both cases, okay? So this person needs to start to invest in a balanced way in this regard when it comes to themselves and others. Because this card is simple pleasures. Look for beauty that is all around you. This woman, she causes injury because she look at it from this perspective. Say, for instance, this is somebody who does charity work, okay? And this individual invests so much of themselves into charity work that they neglect, and it depletes them. And because this is what's coming through, okay, and they need to invest in themselves. So this is the case here with this imbalance. This is what imbalance here we have in the mind, and your lack of faith is in the body with your whatever this endeavor is that you need to embark on. It could be anything. It could be just a lack of faith in a dream, in your own abilities in something that you need to maybe just take a leap of faith in, okay? Maybe it comes across as someone needing to take a leap of faith in something. Okay, so the last card is the spirit card, okay? Your spirit is also your spiritual state, and the Five of Wands is here, which is not a very I don't see this as a very good card, to be honest, okay? Because this card speaks of disagreements and conflict, okay? And competition and strife and tension, okay? And seeing that this is an alignment reading, self-alignment and self-awareness reading. This is exactly what you have inside you and what you're struggling with, okay? And it's all to do with these two. You cannot separate the two, okay? If your body and your mind is not in unison with each other, your spiritual perspective will not be in unison, okay? So you need to work on these two in order to get this perspective correctly, or in order to overcome this Five of Wands basically, or the spiritual state, because there is this conflict, yeah, inner conflict. You're avoiding something, okay? This individual is avoiding something. I don't know what exactly, I think it's these two things that you're avoiding, yeah. Give me a clarifier. Move forward. You're holding on to something. I get the feeling that you might be holding on to something. Past experiences, things that could be holding you back, okay? It's this lack of faith and this not taking care of your own needs first. Anyway, I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to draw a last card. Yeah, I said I didn't want to make these readings very long, okay? Oh, okay, butterfly. Okay, I don't know. You know what's coming through with this card? The first message that popped up in my head, grow up. I'm sorry. Okay, this is exactly what just popped up into my head. Grow up. And this is not an insult, okay? Uh, um, it's basically just um, growing up basically is something very uncomfortable. And at some stage, we all have to face certain aspects of ourselves in order for us to develop, whether we want to or not. If you're not honest with yourself about certain things, there is always going to be, even I make myself guilty of this. We always have this tendency to, okay, this is wrong, and that, and this is what, okay, but we don't want to take responsibility. So it boils down to accountability, okay? Whoever this is, this individual doesn't want to take accountability for their actions, for their contributions. Yes, other people's stuff also influences us, most definitely. It influences our lives. But we can always buffer. We can buffer ourselves against the onslaughts of the world by, it's almost like somebody that goes out into the cold. Okay? If you live in a cold country, you're not going to go with clothing that are sparse. You're going to put in a jacket and a nice pair of warm socks and fleecy underwear. And if you're a man, you're going to wear long johns and stuff like that. You understand where I'm going with this, okay? So it says here tapas, it says zeal. Okay, have a zeal. Zeal just basically speaks of having a excitement for life. And this is exactly because this individual, I pick up someone that doesn't take time out to relax. They don't take time out to unwind, possibly. This is why they have this disalignment, if I can put it that way, in themselves. Anyway, this is your reading for today. I hope it was helpful. I love you guys. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I think these two will lift. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so. But anyway, um, I want people to feel comfortable here, and understand that this is a safe space for us all, also a safe space for me. And uh, um, I don't want people to feel that I offend them if I do my readings, okay? I don't know. But sometimes people just leave because we're not on the same frequency with each other, which is okay. I understand that completely, and I have no grudges. But this is your reading. I have to go now. Take care. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.